What a first season it was for Brian Kelly in Baton Rouge. Fourth head coach to lead his team to the SEC championship game in his first season. The third LSU coach to win 10 games in his first season. Brian Kelly, you heard him at the podium starting things off as far as the coaches go. Now you see him on the set with us as you make your way over here. My favorite part of what we heard in your 30 minutes, and I know you've heard it more than enough, was just the way that you kind of wore the whole family thing, the accent thing. You ingratiated yourself, you wore it, it's done, it's gone, it's over. But I think that's got to say something about your comfort level in that state and the way they responded to you. What was year one like from that perspective?
Well, I think if you look back on this season, it's hard not to give credit to all the players that gave the trust to me and the staff, especially after getting thumped by Tennessee. I mean, in year one, you have to be able to trust the leadership of a program when they don't know you, right? And so when we got beat there and we said, listen, we're not going to change. We're going to keep doing things. We're going to just do them a little bit better. We're going to prepare better, and they did that. That was really the change in the season where they really bought in 100%. And so you got to give that to the players, and that's what's happened since I got there. Not only the players, the community, they've embraced my family, truly, and it's been a great relationship.
Yeah, Coach, how do you actually answered one of the questions that I had, which was, what was the shifting point for you? Because in the beginning of that season, the Florida State game, there were struggles. And then Tennessee, you mentioned. But at some point, things shifted. How do you now, moving from year one to year two, fight against complacency?
Sure.
How do you get guys to go to that next level? Because look, the reason why you're there is to win a national championship.
That's right.
You made a tremendous step last year, probably faster than anybody would have thought. How do you get to that next level?
So last year was about setting standards and really changing the way they thought about themselves and how they thought about every little thing that they did on a day-to-day basis. They finished last the year before. So we had to change the way they thought about everything. And that takes some time, and you don't do that in 1 year. We're at the point now where we're trying to get it to be habit forming, that they don't have to think about it. All year, they have to think about it. It's a hard process. Everything that they do is difficult. Now it's getting to the point where they just do it by habit, and that's where we are in year two.
Coach, I loved hearing you talk about, up on the podium, the emphasis of having a physical rushing attack.
Yeah.
And so my question would be twofold. How does that manifest itself, right? I know when you came in initially, the tight end position wasn't up to your standard. Got some talent, some youth that are developing there. Does that play into the rushing attack? And then twofold, the second part of that would be also, how does that work in generating explosive plays downfield? Because I think that was something that you could probably improve upon as well through the play action pass.
No doubt. I think it starts with, you want an edge to your offense, and that starts with having a tight end.
Yeah.
If they're both open edges, as we all know, defensively, it's a lot easier to attack those open edges. When you put a tight end into the alignment and he's attached, it creates a better opportunity to run the football effectively. So the tight end was always going to be part of what we did. We just did not have that tight end in place yet. We think we're getting there. There's a major commitment in the offenses that I run. Maybe that's why Tommy Rees is at Alabama. There's a commitment to tight ends there now too. But the fact of the matter is, when we talk about physicality at the point of attack, you got to work on that in practice. And you don't have to be on the ground. You don't have to tackle. But there has to be physicality at the point of attack with O linemen, D linemen, linebackers in their fits, and we do that virtually every day.
I love the tight end. Thanks for committing to the tight end.
You got it.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Tight end love, huh? Coach, one of the things you talked about I really appreciated was getting the players to trust you. And you look at both coordinators, they are back. Talk about how important it was for you to be able to keep the continuity of Mike Denbrock and also the defensive coordinator with Matt House there to keep that trust going, and how do you expect for the guys to pick up on the second year of the learning curve?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely crucial in a program that is still trying to work on the habits and doing it the right way all the time. If there was transition there and you had to go back and bring in some new voices, then you got to go almost do this again. But having that consistency now with communication, it's going to be obviously so much better for those players that they're hearing the same voice. Harold Perkins is hearing the same voice that he heard all of last year. We're just doing some different things with Harold Perkins. Now he's going to learn how to play linebacker. Quite frankly, he didn't play linebacker last year. He played athlete. And listen, we had to do that to him. I mean, he was a freshman, and we couldn't put the intricacies of all the things that he needed to do, nor we didn't want to slow him down. But now he's learning linebacker. Having Matt House there for that, that's huge. And then having Mike Denbrock back, offensive coordinator, who's been running my system of offense for 15 years, that helps bring both quarterbacks back, quite frankly. And so having that continuity is very important to get consistency that we need.
You mentioned Tommy Rees, obviously great quarterback for you at Notre Dame, and was working with you at Notre Dame. He makes the move to Alabama, and I'm curious, any conversations between you and him to give you a call and say, what's it like on the other side? What's it like down there? How difficult is it? What are those like? What can you share with us?
Well, I think what I can share is that, the first thing is that we have a great relationship that we've kept since I recruited him and he played for me. And I think that, for him, he wanted to make sure that this was the right move in his career. And I felt like it was. I thought it was going to be a great move. Now, it was ultimately his decision. He didn't make it because I told him to do it. He did it because he felt like it was. But you don't get a chance to work for Nick Saban very often. And when you do, good things generally happen. Matter of fact, mostly all the time. So that's not a hard track record to look at. So if you get a chance to work for Nick Saban, if you get a chance to work at a place like Alabama that has that kind of, obviously, unparalleled success, this would be a great opportunity. And he felt the same way, and I'm happy for him. I'm going to be happy for him except for one weekend. That's when or if there's implications of a tie or something. I'm not sure what the conference looks like. Aren't we all in one conference or something?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
I'll get the script down right.
Yeah. It's Jayden Daniels. A lot of talk about Jayden Daniels in a league, and it's our job to sit and try to figure out who's going to be this team's quarterback and who's going to be this team's quarterback and so on and so forth. To have that luxury, and I know you had a lot of time at Notre Dame, but there's also years where you don't.
Sure.
You don't know what's going on. How do you describe the advantage it is to have a clear-cut one at this point, sitting in July, when you can focus on so many other things, and that's not one of your things?
It's a competitive advantage to have an incumbent quarterback who knows the league, who knows the system, who knows what to expect week in and week out relative to the preparation. Because now, last year he prepared himself. That's all he worried about. He now can prepare himself, and he can prepare the players around him. That's the next level relative to moving your program forward. He's going to bring others around him at the same level, and that's what you get when you have an incumbent quarterback back in the second year.
Hey, Coach, talk to us a little bit about LSU in general.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but LSU just keeps on winning championships in a bunch of different sports. What is it like?
No pressure.
Yeah, exactly. No pressure. What is it like for you and your family, though, to be a part of that? I've seen pictures of you at basketball games, baseball. Obviously, you want to be a part of all those sorts of things. What has it been like just over the last year for you and your family being involved in that LSU culture?
Well, I think it starts with it's so welcoming. It's a family atmosphere, and they bring your family into it. And they want you to take it in, whether it's I went to a gymnastics meet for the first time. It's amazing. It's 90 minutes. It's fast-paced. It's exciting. They're incredible athletes. Then a basketball game, and obviously baseball has been incredible. The environment that's created, and then the welcoming of the family into it, it becomes like, I've never done this before, but I became a fan. Like, I don't know what a fan is like, right? I usually have them throw stuff at me. But to able to go and sit with my wife and our family to a baseball game and watch it and be a fan was something I've never had in my career. It was fun.
You're going to get a lot more football questions today, so I'm going to give you a break on one of those. What was the best thing you did this offseason, non-football? Any trips? Work on the golf game? What'd you do?
My wife and I went to Lake Como.
Isn't that cool? I was there last year.
Loved it.
Most beautiful place I've ever been.
Amazing, and nobody knew who Coach Kelly was.
Love that.
It was even better. It was great. Yeah, just, it's you walk around town here and you have beautiful Broadway and all the buildings. You just realize how young the United States is when you're in Europe and you see how majestic the buildings are. It's just a great perspective, and then it gets you to look back and go, how lucky we are to do what we do on a day-to-day basis.
How hard is it? I'm sorry. How hard is it to find time to do that? Like, I remember having a conversation with Lane Kiffin a couple months ago. He's like, it was on his birthday. He said, I'm normally at the lake on a boat on my birthday. I can't even go there because we have some important guests that are coming to campus tomorrow. How hard is it to find time to go to Lake?
Well, June's out now, right? So you're involved. July becomes a dead period, but you're probably on the phone with the kid that wants to commit. But you can do that in Europe. You can do that anywhere. But the one thing that July does is you don't have to be at that place.
Yeah.
Because it's non-contact in July. So you just try to carve out some time in July, and we did it right around the July 4th period where it's really, low profile, and that's where you carve it out now in this business. And you take your time and you recharge the battery then and get it going, get back to work.
And you're back to work.
Yeah, it's fun.
And
you Aperol Spritz is good for the soul.
Nothing wrong with those.
Man, you got to go a little stronger than that. Come on.
That's for lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go.
He's in Louisiana. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for coming up here. We appreciate it.
Pleasure being with you guys.
Great talking.
All right,
All right, next up at the